We welcome you, those of you who are watching TCU and Texas Tech from Fort Worth. Another Big 12 tilt here on ESPNU. It's the homestanding Iowa State Cyclones welcoming in number 12 Baylor alongside Fran Fraschilla. I'm Rich Hollenberg, and we've got a tightly contested matchup in the first 4 minutes. The offense of Baylor and the defense of Iowa State.
And the home crowd of Hilton Coliseum, because they are packed in today. No students on campus, but another outstanding crowd in one of the great venues in college basketball.
A sellout here. 14,000 plus strong cheering on their Cyclones.
It's too warm, Rich. It's 32 degrees. I'm used to coming here when it's like 8 degrees.
Yeah, there was actually snow melting outside instead of accumulating. Keontae George with the take, no call. He got his own miss, a scramble for the loose ball. And it's a jump ball. It'll be possession arrow.
As well, Gonzaga has done it well through the years, but everybody else is catching up.
Here's Grill, who transferred out of Iowa State and then back to Iowa State from UNLV. Loose ball, who wants it? Caleb Lohner on the floor for Baylor, number 33 in green.
To me, he's one of the more underrated role players in the Big 12, and so a guy like Robert Jones really has to continue to do the things he's done early in this season, which is play with great energy.
Yeah, Coach Otzelberger said Kuntz is the steadiest of all the players he has. He's going to be out for about a month. How about that shot? Down by Adam Flagler.
Well, let's take a look right here. Tamin Lipsey's getting his education in the Big 12. Good defense, but I said to him, you better watch closely and learn this year how good this league is. And I think he'll take that to heart. This is a different animal than what these teams have been through in November and December.
Some pressure. And it's knocked out of bounds.
Those teams in this league. Illegal.
The official saw it. Colin go.
Little half-court pressure now by the Cyclones. We talk about Baylor, guys like Flagler. He's pretty much seen it all. Part of a national championship team.
Now Flagler working on 0 and white. Trey King. Lohner, and the foul's going to be on the floor.
Tough break. He had to call it. Rob Jones.
Now Ashuni back on the floor. Lipsey, some tight defense, and he's going to be whistled for another foul.
Well, this is a freshman mistake, and he's got to understand, don't reach in the offensive end. And that's where guys like Holmes and Kalsher have got to make some shots.
Holmes came up empty. George, spot up three.
Money. Look good.
That time, offensive rebound, and Flagler with the green light. Third triple of the day for Adam Flagler, who is dominating.
The freshman.
Yeah, Demarion Watson. Try to get the inbounds in, and it's a turnover. Here's King in transition.
Well, King did not see Kalsher.
Met at the rim, swallowed up by the Bears defense. It'll stay Iowa State basketball.
Which is always fun to see.
Baptism by fire here in the Big 12.
Foul.
Kalsher fouled on the jump shot.
You spend as much time in this league as you and I.
He hit his first 2 3-point attempts.
Yep. And he's capable.
Good hands by Kalsher, forcing the turnover.
That's one of the things about Keontae George. He has to improve the sloppiness.
Here's Grill left alone. Bang! Tough shot by George, off the mark. Flo Thamba picks it up and puts it down for his first 2.
Good energy by the fifth-year senior. All Flo Thamba has done is but TJ going deep into his bench early.
Lipsey, 4th in the Big 12 in assists, 4.5 a game. Try to get one there to Hassan Ward, and Ward gets.
He's not a great player yet. He's just a really solid player. And when you're starting as a freshman in the Big 12, it's a good sign.
Flagler had it blocked by Ward. it's going to stay Baylor basketball.
NBA career, this time with the Wizards.
Another tough two. This one off the window by Jalen Bridges. No easy shots against the Clones D.
Gonna have to earn every basket today, both ways.
You mentioned the legends like Morris and Halliburton. They'll never pay for a meal at Provisions here.
I would say that's correct, Rich. This is one of those unique places that they just worship the guys that have been here and put the sweat equity in over their careers.
Here's Kalsher. Short on that attempt. He'll try from three this time. Way off the mark. That one was altered. And Ojonwunu comes away with it. And we're going the other way. Dale Bonner stepped on the
great career, and as we go out of break, Iowa State little 2-3 zone now just to change up the look. Try to keep Flagler from getting into that rhythm where he's done it all really one-on-one. Really one of the great one-on-one scorers in the country.
And again, the top of this Cyclone zone, Lipsey and Kalsher both with 2 fouls on them. Grill grabs the rebound off the Keontae George miss.
Again, Rich, we talked about this. We knew Iowa State would be tough. It would defend, but scoring we thought would be an issue, and it has been so far.
How about this blow by?
Yep.
Freshman on freshman.
No help. And picked his spot nicely.
4 points for Lipsey, but he's really impressed with his assist-to-turnover ratio. Coming in 48 assists, only 18 turnovers for the freshman.
And that equals poise right there.
10 on the shot clock. Flagler's got the mismatch, takes advantage. What a pretty dime to Ojonwunu.
Well, the aggressive play in the pick and roll out at midcourt brings the Iowa State big guy out there, but it leaves Ojonwunu open on the baseline. Great find by Flagler.
Try to get it inside, picked off by Bridges. But it's out of bounds. It'll stay Iowa State basketball. For number 15 in green, he checks out now for Scott Drew.
He's coming off his first double-double the other night against Nichols.
11 points, 11 boards for the big man. But now Baylor going a little smaller.
I just don't think Iowa State can hurt them inside.
Offensive foul, this time called on 0 and white, Trey King.
Well, and George we've talked about, he doesn't know, but he's willing to learn, and he's been really coachable.
So Baylor has the ball, coming up on 6 minutes to go, their largest lead of the game.
And they've got this arena dead silent right now.
Here's Bridges for 3. Off the mark. And that's been his bugaboo all season. Lipsey threw it up there, and somehow it goes in. Talk about Hilton magic, Fran.
Little bit of contact. And again, we're watching Lipsey playing with great poise. And here they come, Rich.
And they're going to get Oshuni for the foul.
Now, watch how high on the board he puts this. Right at the top of the square. You know, at the Baylor practice gym, you remember Davion Mitchell, right? Maceo T. Jared Butler. The coaching is great, the player development is great, and the numbers do not lie.
Kalsher's got 3 threes and brings the Iowa State Cyclones to within 6.
Good hustle by Baylor. Right? These guys that Scott Drew has, Loner and Bonner.
Deep 3, drill, yes! Caleb Grill with his second airs defensively.
And this is a 1-3-1 zone that they also use this year. We've seen the 2-3 as well as the 1-3-1.
10 on the shot clock. Bonner. Grill the rebound. Iowa State could tie it with a 3. Kalsher tries a 2 and nails it.
Well, that's the guy we talked about. He's hitting 240, but he can also go 4 for 4 with a couple homers, and he's done that so far. He gives you everything else on this end.
A 10-2 Iowa State run. Five to shoot. Flagler sees it. A logo three. And it almost dropped, but Grill rips down another rebound. Iowa State looking to take their first lead of the afternoon. Jones can't give it to him. Flagler the weak side rebound.
Tough shot by Robert Jones. Turn around, fade away. Probably not what TJ wanted.
And again, one and done for this Baylor offense.
Great effort by Grill and King on that defensive rebound. Watch this double high ball screen. He rejects it.
Kicks it out. Grill wide open. And it's tracked down by.
Yeah. Baylor thought that the freshman was going to use the ball screen. He rejected it, and he got himself in perfect position to drop off the dime.
Great atmosphere inside Hilton. What else is new? George, corner.
Freshman not knocking him down yet, but we've seen him, Rich. He is not afraid of big shots. Long game left.
Only 1 point for Keontae George so far. Two minutes to go in the first half. The lob. Jones. Yes! Iowa State leads by one.
Ojan Wuna has been caught twice out on the floor and didn't get back to the roll man. And Rob Jones, if there's one thing he does, is he plays with energy.
Flagler, single-handedly doing it for Baylor.
Rich, that's not a play. That's a player. Because he's doing it himself in isolation.
Adam Flagler had.
Obviously, today they got back on track, and they've got a good LSU team coming into Rupp on Tuesday night.
Under a minute to go inside Hilton Coliseum. Our first tie of the afternoon, 32-all between 12th ranked Baylor and the Iowa State Cyclones. 10 on the shot clock. Bridges, he's going to have to go. He does. Thamba can't follow. And Watson chases it down.
Great tip by Grill, who wasn't going to be able to grab it with two, so he knocked it out to Watson in the corner.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Holmes. Refuses the ball screen. Holmes with the right hand on the left side, no good. 8 seconds left for Baylor.
Plenty of time.
Flagler.
Too early.
And Oshuni with the rebound in traffic and the foul called. So with .2 on the last basket made by Baylor to a two-pointer, not a three. So now it's a 2-point lead. Oshuni knocks them both down. A 3-point lead for Iowa State over number 12 Baylor. They close the half on a 14-2 run against the 12th ranked Bears, despite the fact that their leading scorer, Jaron Holmes, was held scoreless. For Baylor, Adam Flagler led them with 18. They starts off with the possession, 11-0, leading at the half, including 7-0 this season. They've got a 3-point lead to start. No call, Oshuni for two.
Pick and roll, the big fella rolls into the high paint. Catches it. Scott Drew wants a charge. Amy Bonner says, nope, not going to give you that one.
Just like that, it's the largest lead of the afternoon for the Cyclones.
Again, if you're Baylor, you don't want to have to rely on Flagler the whole time.
Here's Bonner for three. Short. Oshuni and Caleb Grill combined.
Yep, and Bonner's improved his shooting, but that's not a shot I would have taken early in the second half. I think it's got to be George and Flagler to start.
Now Kalsher guarded ever more closely after his outstanding first half.
What Iowa State does, Rich, is another roll to the basket. Really nicely done. Yep. So because Baylor comes out and puts pressure on the freshman, he uses the big fella Oshuniyi as the outlet twice.
Thamba fouled.
Line this year. Actually, I think he's made his last few coming into tonight.
Thamba goes 1 for 2. And now full court pressure by the Baylor Bears.
They've been doing this all year in those free throw situations. Numbers here. Now, Rich, what Iowa State does really well is they spread the floor side to side.
Holmes, first bucket of the game for the leading scorer for the Cyclones.
That time they didn't even have to go side to side because the Baylor defense was non-existent on the drive.
No Jazz Kuntz, no problem so far for Iowa State.
No L.J. Cryer, a problem for Baylor.
It's a 24-year-old working on a teenager. Here's Thamba. Good ball movement. George had it blocked by Oshuniyi.
Remember, pick and roll. Oshuniyi's really good at the top of the key. He's become a really good passer in this offense.
Kalsher off the curl.
Right now, they don't have enough scoring, especially with George not able to get going yet.
Here's George. And as you say that, Keontae George has his first field goal. Has to go to the bench with his third foul. George completes the three-point play.
There's that 1-2-1-1 pressure with Bridges on the ball. They'll trap the first pass.
Handle the pressure there.
Now Oshuniyi was really good in the high post in that ball screen. Let's watch Jones here.
Lipsy, float game? No. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Baylor basketball.
Rich, early in the second half, we mentioned shit in that pick and roll game.
Tough assignment, the freshman Lipsy trying to check Adam Flagler. He had 18 in the first half. Now Keontae George, heat check.
No surprise, folks. He's oblivious to pressure. That stroke was beautiful.
Jones forces it up on the window.
Again, not as good as Oshuniyi there, although he's improved.
Chance to make it a one-possession ball game. And Bridges, right place at the right time. Jalen Bridges with 8, and Baylor answers with a run of their own. They're within 3.
What I like about that for Baylor, it's not Flagler now. They're getting some scoring from other spots.
Now the Hilton crowd has gone silent. Here's Grill, spot up, 3, got it.
The freshman made that play. Lipsy got so deep into the lane, he drew 3 or 4 green jerseys, and he found Grill on the backside, lifting out of the corner. Excellent. Now that looked like Monte Morris.
Here's Lipsy with the steal. And a foul called. King grabs the rebound.
And now TJ Otzelberger will live with Bridges shooting it and not Flagler.
And Robert Jones was called for the offensive. Nearly a turnover, and it turns into one.
Well, they had numbers. Oh, good hands.
George picks up the loose ball and knocks it down.
George's pass was deflected, but he chased it down, and he's terrific in the lane, hanging like a trapeze artist.
It's turning into hand-to-hand combat in the Big 12 opener. Here's Holmes. And Jaron Holmes will go to the line and shoot a pair.
Let's go and roll out at the top of the key. They're purposely not using the ball screen. They're rejecting it, and what that's doing is it's a young man from Romulus, Michigan. School that has produced a lot of great players, including Will Clyburn, who was one of those transfers we talked about that had a great career here.
Pressure handled by the Baylor offense. Good shot fake. And the two-point bucket by Keontae George, and he has hit the hot button.
And he's learning too, because you notice where he stopped in the high paint, didn't try to run anybody over, very poised on that play.
10 second half points.
See how they reject the screen by design.
2 feet, dunk. George, not this time. And an Iowa State offense that's been much maligned the last couple of seasons has come to life today.
Well, and it's strategic. They're carving up the pick and roll coverage by not using the ball screen. Watch him roll out now. There he is.
With 5 to shoot. Holmes working on the bigger Ojonwunu. And a follow by King. And that one's going to go. Caleb Grill had 14 points in 4 career games against Baylor coming in. Today, he's got 15 and 4 three-pointers.
One in the country.
TJ Altenberger told us they don't have a stud on offense. They need someone to step up every single game, and it doesn't have to be the same guy each game. Today's
defense and some guy. Oh, there's a no call there.
3 on the shot clock. Love can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Lohner. And they're going to call a foul underneath the basket. I would lead with the ball, trying to take down 12th ranked Baylor. And a foul called on Langston Love. Straight in the regular season against Iowa State. Cyclones looking to snap that streak this afternoon. Kalsher short. Ojonwunu the rebound. And here's the man with the hottest hand in the second half. Keontae George gives it up to Flagler.
A lot of one-on-one here, but he's good at it.
The lob, and Lohner can't pay it off in traffic, but a foul is called.
Nope.
Largest lead of the afternoon for the Clones. George, step back, 3, short. Tipped by Bridges. And it's going to stay Baylor basketball. The Bears have missed their last 10 shots. And it's picked off by Lipsy. Kalsher for 3.
I got goosebumps just now, because I'm going to tell you, Rich, I didn't want to compare Lipsy to Monte Morris. This is a Monte Morris type of performance.
Flagler trying to get things going in the second half. playing against the 12th-ranked Baylor Bears.
He grew up here, so he knows what this building means.
Have to be substituted in judiciously by TJ Otzelberger in the final 4:43. Flagler gets his first 2 points of the second half. He has 20. But it's Iowa State's offense in the second half that has been the story. Looking to snap a 9-game regular season losing streak to these Baylor Bears. And a flop called on Baylor. That's going to be a free throw and the ball for Iowa.
Leads Oklahoma State by 1 in Lawrence.
Under 2 minutes to go. Tamin Lipsey. It's been a warm welcome into Big 12 regular season play for the freshman. Here's Grill for 3.
Love the haircut too. That's new style.
18-point advantage. Blocked from behind and the foul called on Oshuni.
Pet peeve here, don't take a turnover, shoot it. Why penalize one of your players with a turnover? That's it. Now you don't shoot it.
Now Baylor will drop to 10-3 on the season. Next up for them, Wednesday, their home opener in the Big 12 campaign against TCU. Iowa